Imagine being the proud owner of a watch that's worth a small fortune, only to see its value drop faster than a rock in freefall, losing all your invested money. Today, we're diving into the roller coaster ride of some highly sought-after timepieces, from their exhilarating highs to their stomach-churning lows. Stick around till the end because we're about to uncover the why behind these price swings and what it all means for collectors and watch lovers like you. If you find this journey through the world of luxury watches intriguing, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more captivating insights and updates. Without further ado, let's get into it. Rolex Panda Daytona. Let's break down the Rolex Panda Daytona, a watch that's been in the spotlight long before the recent watch craze took over. This timepiece was always a hot commodity, often fetching way more than its original price tag. Back when the watch market was at its peak, folks were dishing out a whopping $54,000 to $56,000 to get their hands on one, like they were paying for a watch that could time travel and order them pizza from the future. I mean, the grey market dealers weren't getting off easy either. They had to cough up a pretty penny because demand was through the roof. But of course, there's the twist. Today you can snag a brand new Panda Daytona for around $32,000 to $33,000. If you're up for a pre-owned one, it's still hovering around $33,000. While these prices are above the watch's original retail cost, it's a world away from the times when people were shelling out 3 to 4 times the manufacturer's suggested price. So if you've been eyeing this beauty and thinking about adding it to your collection, now might be the ideal time to pull the trigger, especially with the holidays around the corner. Here's a little insider tip. Watch prices tend to spike by about 5 to 8% during the holiday season. Acting sooner rather than later could leave a bit more jingle in your pocket. Rolex Daytona. Now let's move on to the Rolex Daytona, specifically the iconic John Mayer edition. You know, the one with that dazzling green dial and that shiny yellow gold case and bracelet. It's often hailed as one of Rolex's most visually striking creations, and we have to admit, even we have a soft spot for the platinum version with its diamond-studded bezel. But there's no denying that the John Mayer edition is an absolute showstopper when it graces your wrist, turning regular wrists into red carpets for miniature celebrity wrist walks. Back when it was the talk of the town, this watch was commanding eye-popping prices of around $170,000, putting it in the luxury item category, without a doubt. Fast forward to today, and you can snag a brand new one for roughly $90,000. If you're up for owning a gently used one that's just a few years old, you might stumble upon it in the mid-$70,000 range, the catch being whether it comes with its original box and papers. Now, as for what the future holds, well, it's a bit like gazing into a crystal ball. A watch's value can be swayed by all sorts of factors like how rare it is and how much demand there is for it. If Rolex ever decides to discontinue this model, it could become even harder to come by, potentially sending its price even higher. While it's improbable that it'll dip below the $60,000 range anytime soon, remember that the world of luxury watches always has a few surprises up its sleeve. Who knows what might happen down the winding road of time? Patek Philippe 5980R. When it was at the height of its popularity, the Patek Philippe 5980R watch was hitting sky-high prices, nearly grazing the $400,000 mark. We're talking somewhere around $390,000, give or take a few bucks. But if you fast forward to today, you'll see that a brand new one will cost you around $220,000, and it even comes with a spanking new buckle. Now, if you're up for a pre-owned treasure hunt, you might stumble upon one for roughly $175,000. That's quite a roller coaster ride from its peak price, isn't it? Now let's be real. Even at this reduced price point, some might still see it as riding the luxury watch elevator to the penthouse. And if you were one of the folks who forked out top dollar for it back in the day, we get that it might feel like a bit of a bummer to see such a hefty drop in value. Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Jumbo. Now let's chat about the AP Royal Oak Jumbo. It comes in 2 flavors. A 39mm stainless steel version for the modest millionaire, and a rose gold one for the billionaire with a sweet tooth for luxury. This watch is a real stunner, with its 39mm case size and a sleeker profile compared to the regular Royal Oak. making it a standout gem in the luxury watch world. Back when it was in its prime, the stainless steel version of this watch was demanding some serious cash, reaching an impressive range of $140,000 to $150,000 for the 15202 model. But as they say, time changes everything, and today you can get your hands on a stainless steel one for roughly $60,000. Now, if you've got your sights set on the 16202 model, the one with rose gold, that'll still set you back closer to $90,000. That's a pretty significant drop in value compared to its peak prices, with the stainless steel version dipping by more than half. But even with this drop, it's still trading at about double its original retail price. Rolex Pepsi. Let's turn our attention to the Rolex Pepsi watches. When they were at their peak, they were like the cool kids in school, fetching prices of around $32,000. But as life often does, it threw a curveball, and during a market slump, you could snag a brand new one for as low as $19,000. Now here's where it gets interesting. The prices have been on the upswing again, and today, if you're eyeing a brand new piece, you're probably looking at a price range of around $22,000. And if you're hunting for a Pepsi version, you might be in for a bit of a treasure hunt, especially if you're on the prowl for brand new ones. But if you're open to the idea of a pre-owned adventure, you might stumble upon them for under $20,000. It's a bit like hunting for treasure in your grandma's attic. You never know what gems you'll discover. Audemars Piguet 50th Anniversary Royal Oak. At the height of its popularity, the 50th Anniversary Royal Oak was reaching some dizzying heights, with price tags ranging from around $125,000 to $150,000. When the green dial version first hit the scene, it caused such a frenzy that some folks were slapping price tags as hefty as $240,000 to $250,000 on it. But as the saying goes, what goes up must come down, and the market has done just that. Today, you can spot these watches up for grabs in the mid-$66,000 ballpark. That's a pretty significant drop in value, about half of what they were going for at their peak. Now, even though the prices have taken a dive, these watches still strut around like overconfident peacocks at a bargain sale. And here's a fun tidbit for you. The 50th anniversary editions of these watches tend to fetch about 10% more than the non-50th anniversary versions. To spot the 50th anniversary models, just keep an eye out for that 50th marking, usually placed prominently on the watch for all to see. Patek Philippe Nautilus Rose Gold. Lastly, we have the Patek Philippe Nautilus in rose gold. It's a real darling among collectors. But it did take a bit of a tumble in the market value department. Back when it was at its peak, folks were shelling out a jaw-dropping $400,000, which is almost like saying $500,000 for the 5990R model. But today you can snag one for a relatively more wallet-friendly price in the high $200,000 range. Now, even though the price has taken a dip, it's important to know that it's still got quite a premium over its manufacturer's suggested retail price. Oh, and here's a little mix-up that happens. People often get the 5990R and the 5980R models confused. These two watches are actually quite different and have completely different movements. But hey, both are top-notch timepieces and have managed to hold their value pretty well, even through the ups and downs of the market. And there you have it, the roller coaster ride of luxury watches in the 2023 market meltdown. It's been a wild journey, from soaring highs to stomach-churning lows. Now, we'd love to hear from you. Which of these watches surprised you the most with its price swing? And do you own any of these timepieces? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and want more fascinating insights into the world of luxury watches, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. And hey, check out our other videos for more watch-related goodness. Thanks for joining us on this watch adventure, and until next time, keep ticking